The rumors are spreading fast and fans are shocked, Yandy, one of reality TV's most admired personalities, has reportedly been left heartbroken after whispers about Selma and Mendeecees surfaced. Insiders claim that emotions ran high behind closed doors, with tension so thick you could almost feel it through the screen. Sources say what started as subtle hints and cryptic social media posts has now escalated into a full-blown storm, leaving the family divided and viewers glued to every update, according to those close to the situation. Yandy was blindsided by revelations that were never meant to reach the public eye. The whispers suggest late-night conversations, secret meets, and hidden messages that painted a picture of betrayal few could have imagined. Fans are questioning every interaction between Mendeecees and Selma, replaying old footage and dissecting social media posts for clues. Every subtle glance or ambiguous caption now feels loaded with meaning. The drama reportedly unfolded quietly at first, but emotions reportedly ran high when the whispers could no longer be ignored. Friends close to Yandy claim she confronted Mendeecees in private, demanding the truth while trying to maintain composure. The family was left divided as loved ones struggled to navigate loyalty, suspicion, and concern for Yandy's emotional well-being. Fans can't stop talking. Debates are raging online. And the question on everyone's mind remains: how deep does this alleged secret go? And what will Yandy do next? The tension reportedly began building weeks before the public ever heard a whisper of Selma and Mendeecees. Insiders say that Yandy started noticing subtle changes in behavior, small inconsistencies in stories, and interactions that seemed unusually secretive. According to friends, she initially brushed off the feelings, trying to focus on her work and her children, but as days passed, the unease grew impossible to ignore. Reportedly, the first clue that something was amiss came in the form of cryptic social media posts from Selma, filled with ambiguous captions that hinted at closeness with Mendeecees. Fans noticed immediately, sparking speculation that spread like wildfire. According to sources, Yandy's first private confrontation with Mendeecees was emotionally charged but calm on the surface. She allegedly asked questions carefully, trying to gauge honesty while controlling her own rising frustration. "I just need to know where we stand," she reportedly said, her voice steady but her hands trembling. Friends close to her claim she had prepared herself mentally for any answer. Yet nothing could have fully prepared her for the alleged truth as the days unfolded. Those close to the situation reportedly noticed a visible shift in Yandy. She became more reserved, often retreating from public appearances or choosing to attend events alone. Insiders describe her as walking with a quiet strength, a blend of determination and heartbreak, while she managed to maintain a composed exterior. Friends say she was processing deep emotional turmoil, trying to reconcile feelings of betrayal with the desire to remain dignified in front of family, friends, and fans. Meanwhile, the alleged relationship between Selma and Mendeecees became the subject of intense scrutiny. Sources claim that messages, phone calls, and seemingly innocent meets were dissected by those close to the situation. Every interaction was analyzed, every explanation questioned. Friends reportedly tried to mediate, offering perspectives and advice. Yet the emotional weight remained heavy on Yandy's shoulders. Fans on social media reportedly became deeply invested in the unfolding drama. Clips from past episodes, old interviews, and social media posts were shared and dissected, with audiences offering theories about timing, intention, and the true depth of the alleged connection. Hashtags related to the drama began trending, and debates flourished in comment sections, forums, and live streams. Supporters of Yandy praised her resilience, while others speculated about the possible motivations behind Selma and Mendeecees' interactions. The alleged betrayal reportedly sparked a cascade of private conversations among friends and family. Kirk and Rashida, who have experienced their own public scrutiny, allegedly reached out to Yandy to offer support and guidance. Insiders say Kirk reminded Mendeecees that trust is fragile and that actions often speak louder than words, while Mendeecees reportedly attempted to explain or justify interactions. Friends say his explanations did little to assuage Doubt or restore confidence. Sources claim that emotions ran particularly high during a private gathering, when friends and family discussed the rumors. Allegedly, Yandy expressed disappointment and hurt, emphasizing that transparency and honesty were non-negotiable in her relationships. The family was reportedly left divided, with some urging patience and dialogue, while others felt Yandy had every right to step back and reevaluate the situation. Friends describe a tense atmosphere where every word and gesture was scrutinized, amplifying feelings of suspicion, defensiveness, and sadness. Social media reportedly amplified the drama even further. Insiders say every post from Yandy, Mendeecees, and Selma was interpreted as a subtle statement, each caption or story fueling speculation. The public's fascination, combined with private tension, created an environment where rumors became almost indistinguishable from perceived reality. Fans reportedly debated over subtle glances, smiles, and timing of posts, attempting to piece together a narrative from fragments of evidence. As the story unfolded, Yandy's focus reportedly shifted toward her own well-being and the well-being of her children. Sources claim she began spending more time reflecting on her personal priorities, tending to her emotional needs, and seeking counsel from trusted friends. The alleged betrayal made her reconsider the boundaries of trust, loyalty, and respect in her marriage. Friends report that she was determined not to let the drama dictate her self-worth or the quality of her life. According to insiders, Mendeecees made several attempts to reassure Yandy and provide clarity, but these reportedly met mixed responses. Some viewed his efforts as sincere, while others interpreted them as damage control. The constant scrutiny and second-guessing left him frustrated, as he struggled to navigate public perception while dealing with private tension. Meanwhile, Selma's role reportedly remained subtle yet impactful. Her actions, messages, and presence continued to fuel speculation, keeping fans and friends alike on edge. The emotional strain reportedly extended to all those involved. Friends noticed subtle changes in behavior, sleepless nights, and moments of visible vulnerability. Conversations that once felt ordinary were now charged with suspicion and concern. The alleged situation, originating from whispers and leaked interactions, had grown into a multifaceted drama involving trust, perception, and loyalty. Insiders claim that Yandy's resilience became more apparent as time went on. Despite heartache, she reportedly handled interactions with maturity, choosing carefully what to engage with publicly and privately. Every choice, every measured response was interpreted by fans as a demonstration of inner strength, adding another layer to the ongoing narrative. As days turned into weeks, the alleged details continued to surface, prompting further reflection and discussion among friends, family, and fans. Sources claim that the late-night calls, cryptic messages, and subtle interactions collectively painted a picture that left Yandy feeling emotionally exhausted yet determined to maintain control over her own life. The combination of private turmoil and public scrutiny created a unique and intense atmosphere, drawing continued attention from audiences eager for updates. According to reports, the emotional intensity surrounding the situation remained high. Yandy reportedly continued to process her feelings carefully, balancing heartbreak with self-preservation. Mendeecees faced pressure from multiple angles, attempting to reconcile public perception with private reality. Selma's quiet yet impactful presence reportedly added complexity to the unfolding drama, leaving everyone involved navigating a landscape of uncertainty, speculation, and heightened emotions. Throughout all of this, insiders say that conversations among close friends and family were crucial in helping Yandy maintain clarity and perspective. She reportedly leaned on her support system for guidance, processing each revelation and deciding on the best course of action. Fans continued to speculate, creating a feedback loop where every private choice became a topic of public discussion, and every public gesture was interpreted through the lens of the alleged drama. The story, which began with whispers and subtle hints, reportedly expanded into a wide-reaching discussion about trust, loyalty, and personal boundaries. Sources suggest that the alleged interactions between Mendeecees and Selma, combined with the emotional impact on Yandy, created a narrative that captivated audiences, fueled debates, and left relationships complicated and strained. Friends say the situation required careful navigation, emotional resilience, and thoughtful reflection, all of which Yandy reportedly demonstrated consistently despite the mounting tension. As the alleged situation progressed, the dynamics between Yandy Mendeecees and Selma reportedly grew even more complicated. Insiders claim that every attempt at reconciliation or explanation seemed to unravel, creating new waves of speculation and emotional strain. Friends of Yandy reportedly observed that she became increasingly guarded, carefully considering what to say and when to act, understanding that any public display could be scrutinized and potentially misinterpreted. The balance between personal privacy and public perception became a daily challenge, according to sources. One of the most emotionally charged moments occurred during a private family discussion, where Yandy confronted Mendeecees about the rumored interactions with Selma. "I need honesty, no excuses," she allegedly stated, her voice calm but carrying an unmistakable weight of disappointment. Friends say that Mendeecees attempted to provide context, highlighting minor interactions that he claimed were innocent, yet Yandy reportedly remained skeptical. The family reportedly tried to mediate, but the emotional gravity of the moment left everyone tense and uncertain about the path forward. Meanwhile, Selma's subtle presence continued to fuel conversation. Insiders claim that she engaged selectively, often posting ambiguous messages or images on social media that hinted at confidence and self-assuredness. Fans speculated endlessly, analyzing her every post and interpreting them as clues about her role in the unfolding drama. Every cryptic caption or seemingly casual photo was dissected, creating a continuous cycle of discussion and conjecture among followers. The emotional impact on Yandy reportedly intensified as she navigated these revelations. Friends say that she spent long nights reflecting on the situation, journaling, and seeking counsel from trusted confidants. Sources indicate that she focused not only on understanding the alleged betrayal, but also on defining her own boundaries and priorities. Every decision became a delicate balancing act between protecting her emotional well-being and maintaining public composure. Insiders report that the public's fascination amplified the private tension. Every interaction between the trio was analyzed, from casual appearances to social media stories, and interpreted as confirmation of speculation. Fans debated over subtle glances, lingering conversations, and past behavior, creating a feedback loop that made personal moments feel publicly scrutinized. This constant observation reportedly added pressure and complexity to every decision Yandy made. Friends and family reportedly noticed that Mendeecees faced significant challenges as well. Attempts to clarify his actions were reportedly met with mixed reactions, some accepting his explanations while others remained skeptical. Sources claim that he struggled to navigate the dual pressures of public opinion and private emotional turmoil, leading to moments of frustration and introspection. The emotional landscape was reportedly fraught with tension, miscommunication, and unresolved questions. The alleged fallout reportedly extended beyond the immediate circle. Social media forums and blogs buzzed with opinions, theories, and analyses of every move. Insiders say that these external pressures influenced the behavior of all parties, as they became hyper-aware of how they were perceived and interpreted in real time. The intersection of private emotion and public perception created a unique, high-stakes environment where every gesture carried weight. According to sources, the emotional strain prompted Yandy to take deliberate steps for self-care and reflection. She reportedly prioritized time with her children, engaged in personal projects, and maintained close communication with supportive friends. Friends claim that this period was crucial for her to process feelings of betrayal and regain a sense of control over her own life. The choices she made were reportedly measured, reflecting both resilience and a desire to protect her family's stability. Meanwhile, Mendeecees reportedly continued efforts to navigate the complex emotional terrain. Friends claimed that he attempted private conversations to explain, apologize, and rebuild trust. Yet these attempts were complicated by ongoing skepticism and lingering doubts. The combination of emotional intensity, public scrutiny, and intricate personal relationships made reconciliation a delicate and uncertain process. Sources suggest that the alleged drama also affected wider family dynamics. Friends and relatives were reportedly drawn into discussions, often feeling the need to mediate or provide guidance. The family was left divided, with some advocating for patience and dialogue, while others supported Yandy's decision to step back and reevaluate the relationship. The emotional tension reportedly created an environment where every conversation felt weighted with significance. Fans reportedly became increasingly invested in the unfolding narrative. Past interactions between Mendeecees and Selma were re-examined. Every social media post scrutinized and old footage dissected for hidden meaning. Discussions online focused on timing, intention, and the potential scope of the alleged relationship, fueling debates and keeping the story alive in public consciousness. The interplay between private events and public perception reportedly intensified the emotional stakes for all involved, according to insiders. Yandy's response demonstrated both emotional strength and caution. She reportedly chose her words carefully, maintained composure during confrontations, and sought to protect her own mental health while managing the complexities of family relationships. Sources claim that her ability to navigate these challenges quietly yet deliberately earned admiration from fans, who viewed her approach as a model of resilience and dignity. Under pressure, the alleged interactions between Mendeecees and Selma reportedly continued to be interpreted through multiple lenses. Friends suggest that what might have been casual or harmless in other circumstances was now viewed as confirmation of deeper involvement. The emotional weight of perception reportedly affected decisions, interactions, and the broader narrative, making it difficult for any party to fully escape scrutiny or misinterpretation. Sources claim that during this period, every private exchange, casual encounter, or message became part of the ongoing story. The continuous interplay of emotion, speculation, and public interest created a high-stakes environment where every decision mattered and every action could influence relationships, reputation, and personal well-being. Friends and insiders reportedly observed a delicate balance of confrontation, reflection, and strategic engagement as all parties tried to navigate the storm. The emotional gravity of the situation reportedly led Yandy to redefine boundaries and expectations within her marriage. Friends claim she focused on assessing trust, communication, and alignment of values, emphasizing that personal integrity and emotional honesty were non-negotiable. The steps she reportedly took reflected not only a response to alleged betrayal, but also a broader commitment to self-respect and long-term stability. According to insiders, the period following the revelations was marked by heightened scrutiny and ongoing tension. Every interaction between Yandy, Mendeecees, and Selma was observed, every post analyzed, and every response interpreted. The combined pressures of emotional complexity and public interest created an environment where private feelings and public perception were in constant interplay, intensifying the stakes for all involved throughout this time. Sources say that Yandy reportedly remained focused on clarity, emotional well-being, and protecting her family. Friends observed a mixture of strength, vulnerability, and strategic reflection as she navigated a landscape of uncertainty, speculation, and potential betrayal. The emotional intensity reportedly remained high, ensuring that every new detail, revelation, or interpretation contributed to the ongoing drama that captivated both insiders and fans alike. As the weeks reportedly unfolded, the alleged tension between Yandy Mendeecees and Selma seemed to escalate further. Sources claim that private conversations grew more intense, with emotions running high as Yandy sought clarity while attempting to shield herself from additional heartbreak. Friends of Yandy allegedly observed that she became increasingly introspective, taking time to process each revelation before engaging in any discussion. Every interaction was reportedly weighed carefully, balancing the need for truth with the desire to maintain dignity. According to insiders, a particularly charged moment reportedly occurred during a small family gathering. Yandy allegedly confronted Mendeecees directly, asking pointed questions about his interactions with Selma. "I can't ignore what I've been hearing," she reportedly said, her voice steady yet edged with hurt. Friends claim that Mendeecees attempted to explain certain encounters as innocent, emphasizing context and timing, yet Yandy reportedly remained unconvinced. The family reportedly struggled to mediate, as emotions ran high and perspectives differed, leaving everyone tense and uncertain. Meanwhile, Selma's friends of Yandy reportedly noticed a pattern of careful reflection and measured response. She reportedly prioritized her children's emotional stability, personal well-being, and close relationships, all while navigating the uncertainties surrounding Mendeecees and Selma. Sources indicate that she engaged in private discussions with trusted confidants to gain perspective, seeking advice on both emotional resilience and strategic decision-making. The alleged drama reportedly spilled over into social media forums and fan communities. Sources say that past interactions between Mendeecees and Selma were revisited, every old post and comment dissected, and theories debated extensively. Hashtags related to the situation reportedly trended, creating a feedback loop where private events became public speculation and public discussion influenced personal interactions. Fans reportedly debated every nuance, amplifying the perceived gravity of the alleged betrayal. According to insiders, Mendeecees reportedly attempted multiple conversations to reassure Yandy, offering explanations and seeking reconciliation. Friends claim that while some of these efforts were seen as sincere, others were perceived as damage control, creating mixed reactions. The alleged situation reportedly required delicate navigation, with both emotional authenticity and public perception influencing how each action was received. Sources claim that Yandy reportedly relied heavily on her support system during this period. Friends, family, and mentors were consulted for guidance, helping her maintain perspective and process the emotional impact of the alleged betrayal. Insiders say that this support was crucial in helping her make decisions that balance self-respect, family considerations, and the broader implications of the unfolding drama. The emotional stakes reportedly continued to rise as subtle interactions, messages, and appearances were interpreted in light of the alleged secret. Sources indicate that every detail, no matter how minor, contributed to a growing tension, making it difficult for anyone involved to navigate normalcy. The constant scrutiny reportedly intensified the pressure on Yandy, Mendeecees, and Selma alike. Friends and insiders reportedly observed that Yandy exhibited a blend of vulnerability and strength during these weeks. While moments of heartbreak were evident, she reportedly maintained composure in public settings, approached private discussions with measured reasoning, and sought to protect her emotional boundaries. Sources claim that her approach was seen as both a coping mechanism and a demonstration of resilience, earning admiration from fans and observers, according to sources. The alleged fallout reportedly affected broader family dynamics. Friends and relatives were drawn into discussions with differing opinions on how to handle the situation. Some advocated for patience and understanding, while others encouraged Yandy to assert boundaries and reevaluate a relationship. The tension reportedly created a charged environment, where every word and gesture carried significant emotional weight. Insiders claim that Mendeecees reportedly faced ongoing challenges, navigating the dual pressures of private emotion and public perception. Efforts to clarify and justify interactions with Selma reportedly met with mixed reactions, adding layers of complexity to an already delicate situation. Friends suggest that his attempts to maintain both relationships and public image required careful calculation, yet emotional friction remained inevitable. Sources say that social media continued to magnify the alleged drama. Every post, story, or interaction was reportedly scrutinized, with fans speculating on intent, timing, and meaning. Insiders indicate that the interplay between private events and public perception amplified the stakes, leaving all parties hyper-aware of their actions and the potential interpretations of audiences. Friends reportedly observed that Yandy's focus remained on personal clarity and emotional resilience. She allegedly engaged in introspection, self-care, and careful planning of conversations with both Mendeecees and Selma. Sources claim that these steps were essential in helping her maintain control over the unfolding situation, ensuring that her decisions were guided by thoughtful reflection rather than impulsive emotion. The alleged situation reportedly continued to evolve, with minor revelations and interpretations feeding ongoing discussions among fans, friends, and family. Insiders suggest that the combination of emotional intensity, public speculation, and private reflection created a high-stakes environment where every choice, action, and statement carried significant consequences. According to sources, Yandy reportedly maintained a delicate balance between confrontation and reflection. She engaged in difficult conversations when necessary, but also allowed herself periods of introspection and distance to process feelings. Friends claim that her strategic and emotionally aware approach helped her navigate a situation that was both personally and publicly taxing. Insiders say that the interactions between Mendeecees and Selma, whether perceived as minor or significant, reportedly continue to influence relationships and emotional dynamics. Friends suggest that the alleged events, combined with the scrutiny of public opinion, created ongoing tension, requiring careful navigation, emotional intelligence, and a strong support system. Sources claim that Yandy's approach reportedly emphasized self-respect, emotional clarity, and family stability. She allegedly focused on protecting her children, maintaining integrity, and ensuring that her decisions reflected both personal values and practical considerations. Friends reportedly noted her growing ability to balance emotional vulnerability with resilience, navigating an evolving situation with care, and intentionality. As the situation reportedly progressed, every private exchange, casual encounter, and message continued to be interpreted in light of the alleged drama. Insiders suggest that the combination of secrecy, speculation, and heightened emotion created a complex environment where every decision mattered and every gesture could be scrutinized. The emotional stakes reportedly remained high for Yandy, Mendeecees, and Selma alike, sustaining fan interest and public conversation, according to sources. The ongoing alleged tension reportedly led Yandy to make deliberate choices about engagement, confrontation, and personal boundaries. Friends claim that her focus on self-preservation, clarity, and family well-being helped her navigate an emotionally charged and highly publicized situation, ensuring that she remained grounded despite the swirling speculation and intense scrutiny. As the alleged drama continued to unfold, insiders claim that Yandy reportedly reached a turning point in her emotional journey. After weeks of grappling with uncertainty, subtle betrayals, and public speculation, she allegedly began to assert clearer boundaries and make decisions that prioritized her own well-being. Friends say that this period was marked by intense reflection, careful strategizing, and a focus on personal resilience. Every interaction, whether with Mendeecees, Selma, or close confidants, reportedly carried the weight of careful consideration. According to sources, one of the most pivotal moments allegedly occurred during a private discussion between Yandy and Mendeecees. Friends claim Yandy confronted him with a directness that reportedly left little room for deflection. "I can't continue without clarity," she allegedly said, her voice steady but layered with pain. Insiders suggest that Mendeecees attempted to explain certain encounters with Selma, emphasizing context and intent, yet Yandy reportedly remained skeptical. The family, reportedly present in some capacity, reportedly struggled to mediate as emotions escalated, leaving everyone tense and uncertain. The alleged public component of the drama reportedly continued to magnify tensions. Selma's social media posts, whether intentionally provocative or not, were analyzed extensively by fans and insiders alike. Insiders claim that captions, images, and timing of posts were dissected for hidden meanings, feeding speculation and prolonging the narrative. Friends reportedly observed that this constant external scrutiny added pressure to every decision made by Yandy and Mendeecees, complicating attempts at private resolution. According to sources, Yandy reportedly leaned heavily on her inner circle during this period. Friends and family allegedly offered guidance, support, and perspective, helping her process feelings of betrayal, confusion, and hurt. Insiders suggest that she spent long hours reflecting on the situation, journaling, and seeking clarity before responding to any confrontation or public discussion. The deliberate pace reportedly helped her navigate the high-stakes environment while maintaining composure and emotional clarity. The alleged interactions between Mendeecees and Selma reportedly remained a focal point for discussion among both insiders and fans. Every previous meeting, message, or seemingly minor interaction was reinterpreted through the lens of suspicion and speculation. Insiders claim that even casual or seemingly benign encounters became loaded with meaning, fueling ongoing debates about intention, timing, and emotional impact. Friends reportedly noticed a visible change in Yandy's approach to the situation. Rather than reacting impulsively, she allegedly chose strategic moments to address concerns and assert her perspective. Sources suggest that this methodical approach allowed her to maintain emotional control, demonstrate maturity, and protect her family from further collateral damage. Insiders claim that her ability to balance vulnerability with strategic thinking earned admiration from observers and fans alike. According to sources, Mendeecees reportedly continued to attempt reconciliation, seeking private conversations and explanations. Friends say that while some efforts were perceived as genuine, others were interpreted as attempts to manage perception. The alleged complexity of the situation reportedly made it difficult to separate intent from consequence, leaving all parties navigating a landscape of uncertainty, emotion, and public scrutiny. The emotional impact on Yandy reportedly extended beyond immediate interactions. Insiders claim she focused on long-term implications for her family, personal boundaries, and sense of self. Friends suggest she prioritized emotional resilience, carefully considering each decision in light of both personal well-being and broader relationship dynamics. Sources say that her deliberate approach reflected a commitment to integrity, clarity, and thoughtful action. Even amid heightened stress, fans reportedly remained deeply engaged with the unfolding narrative. Every public post, story, or interaction was analyzed for clues, reinforcing speculation and prolonging the alleged tension. Insiders claim that this feedback loop between public perception and private emotion heightened stakes, as Yandy, Mendeecees, and Selma navigated both personal and public pressures simultaneously. According to sources, friends and family reportedly played a key role in mediating conversations and offering perspective. They allegedly encouraged Yandy to reflect deeply, assert boundaries, and prioritize her emotional health. Insiders claim that this support network was crucial in helping her make decisions that balanced personal dignity, family stability, and the complexity of the alleged situation. The alleged fallout reportedly influenced broader social circles as well. Insiders claim that conversations among friends, extended family, and industry acquaintances revolved around interpretations of past behavior, messages, and public appearances. Every nuance reportedly became fodder for discussion, amplifying tension and complicating the navigation of relationships for those directly involved. According to sources, Yandy's focus reportedly remained steadfast on protecting her family and maintaining control over her personal life. Friends say that she engaged in introspection, prioritized self-care, and approached confrontations with measured reasoning. Insiders claim that this approach allowed her to manage the intensity of both private and public scrutiny, reinforcing her role as a stabilizing force amid ongoing drama. The alleged tension reportedly continued to affect Mendeecees as well. Sources suggest that he faced challenges in balancing private explanations Attempts at reconciliation and managing public perception. Friends say that navigating this emotional landscape required careful deliberation, patience, and ongoing communication, all of which reportedly added layers of stress to the unfolding situation. Insiders claim that Selma's presence, whether subtle or overt, continued to shape the narrative. Friends reportedly observed that her selective engagement and ambiguous posts maintained public interest and speculation, further intensifying emotional stakes for all involved. The perceived connection between her and Mendeecees reportedly remained a focal point, complicating efforts at resolution and clarity. According to sources, the emotional environment reportedly remained charged and complex. Every private discussion, casual encounter, and social media interaction was interpreted through the lens of speculation and emotion. Friends claim that this heightened scrutiny influenced the behavior of all parties, making each decision consequential and every response significant. Yandy reportedly focused on long-term clarity and personal integrity during this period. Insiders claim that she prioritized reflection, measured responses, and maintaining emotional boundaries. Friends say that these deliberate choices helped her navigate the challenging circumstances while reinforcing her commitment to her values and her family's well-being. Sources suggest that the alleged situation continued to fuel speculation among fans and insiders. Every gesture, conversation, and social media post was dissected for hidden meaning, prolonging the narrative and sustaining interest. Friends reportedly noted that the combination of private tension and public observation created an environment of heightened stakes and emotional intensity. According to insiders, Yandy's approach reportedly emphasized self-respect, clarity, and family stability. She allegedly balanced vulnerability with resilience, processing emotions carefully while maintaining composure in public. Friends claim that this deliberate approach helped her navigate a complex situation that involved both personal betrayal and ongoing public scrutiny. As the weeks reportedly continued, sources claim that every interaction and message between Mendeecees, Selma, and Yandy remained laden with potential significance. Friends suggest that the interplay of private emotion, perceived betrayal, and public speculation created a high-stakes dynamic, requiring careful navigation, emotional intelligence, and strong support networks. Insiders say that Yandy's ongoing focus on emotional clarity and family well-being reportedly guided her decisions. Friends claim that by prioritizing reflection, communication, and personal integrity, she maintained a sense of control amid a situation that was both emotionally and publicly challenging. The combination of deliberate choices, emotional resilience, and careful observation reportedly allowed her to navigate a complex and evolving landscape with poise and strategic awareness. So there you have it, the shocking and dramatic chain of events that reportedly unfolded between Yandy, Mendeecees, and Selma. Fans are left stunned as the alleged secrets and hidden conversations come to light, leaving emotions running high and families divided. While we don't know the full truth behind these claims, the rumors and stories circulating have certainly captured everyone's attention. The tension, heartbreak, and betrayal have sparked endless speculation, and viewers can't help but wonder what might happen next in this tangled web of relationships. As you watch this drama play out, it's impossible not to feel the emotional weight of each confrontation, every cryptic social media post, and each carefully considered decision. From heated discussions to private reflections, the alleged scenario has provided a roller coaster of emotions for fans and insiders alike. The story highlights the complexities of trust, loyalty, and communication in relationships, reminding us that sometimes what happens behind closed doors can ripple into the public in unexpected ways. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about Yandy's response and the way she handled the situation? Do you believe the alleged interactions between Mendeecees and Selma could truly change everything? Or is this all just speculation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know how you would react if you were in Yandy's shoes. And tell us which moment shocked you the most. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown. And make sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates on this unfolding story and other drama from your favorite reality TV stars. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And stay tuned as we continue to follow the twists and turns in this high-stakes emotional saga. Your voice matters, and we can't wait to read what you have to say.